Welcome. This is Foxo90 here, and today I am bringing another video. So, continuing the Another Day at Freddy's series, we have episode 3, Puppet on a String. This is a slight detour from the circus Baby's Pizza World storyline that's been sort of made out, at least. Well, that's about all there is to it. This is a detour to Fredbears Family Diner. Now, let the story begin. Henry bolts the two halves of the endoskeleton's head together, making sure the inner wiring to the cameras and the speaker don't get in the way. He finally got those somewhat working. It'd be a pain to have to put it all back together all over again. Once the head is securely put together, he sets it aside to work on the rest of the endoskeleton. It's mostly wires anyways, which makes this more challenging than the usual animatronics he makes. Suddenly, the door creaks open. He turns and sees his little girl, Charlotte. "Charlie, what you doing back here? I thought you were enjoying the party," Henry asks, trying to face her completely. He doesn't notice anything wrong, no furrow in her brow or anything hinting at discomfort. "I was, but it got boring," Charlie responds, tilting her head slightly to look at what her father is working on. "What's that? Some new character?" she asks, walking up to get a good look at the endoskeleton pieces scattered about the table. Well, the pieces and the white mask. It's a necessary addition, Henry responds. The topic on why he is even having to make this in the first place is an uncomfortable one. Brushing the thought of it from his mind, he finds himself wanting to know more about why Charlie left the party. "So, what was boring about the party? I thought you loved attending them," Henry asks. As he does, he works to attach the different metal parts together to give structure to the wires of the animatronic endoskeleton. "I do, but this is the fifth one this week, Dad. It gets a little, what's the word? Like, that's a rude interruption. Like, it's all just the same. After a while. Repetitive. Yeah, I can understand that, kiddo." Henry turns back to Charlie, offering her a kind smile. He may be a busy man, but he is never too busy for his little girl. "Well, you are more than welcome to hide out back here with me. Just be careful, but you know that." Charlie smiles. "Thanks, Dad," she says before hopping up on the stool next to Henry, looking at the incomplete endoskeleton's head, picking up the white mask and feeling it in her palm. It's glossy. It's made of some hard plastic. Featureless, save for two oval-shaped eye holes and a smile. It's got its own charm to it. Henry himself takes the endoskeleton's head and works to connect it to the body. Charlie's gaze lingers. She's always loved to see the behind the scenes of everything, getting to see the endoskeletons, the manufacturing process. All of it is just so intriguing. Once Henry attaches the head, he takes a couple of steps back and overviews his work, as if checking for areas of improvement. Once satisfied, he turns to face Charlie. Want to be the first one to see this beauty in action?" he asks, already knowing her answer. "Obviously." Wait, that's what she says. "Obviously," she replies, nodding with a gleeful smile on her face. Henry, now having confirmation, walks over to the computer connected to the new animatronic and powers it on. As it turns on, the eyes light up and music emanates from the speaker attached to it. Strings on the ceiling connect down to it and begin to move its limbs. Its head straightens up, and Henry is able to control it with the computer's keyboard. It's, cool. The music is soothing. A music box. The animatronic's head turns, eyes landing on Charlie. The music continues, and it hits still. On Henry's screen, it shows an error. Sighing, Henry powers it off, the animatronic going limp once again. Well, it was supposed to alert me on the monitor that someone made it to the backstage. Guess it still's got some kinks to work out, huh? He tells Charlie, disappointed, but unwilling to let this little incident deter him. Suddenly, the door comes open. Hey, sir, there's been it's a development. It's Fritz, one of the newer employees. At the mention of the development, Henry's eyes widen slightly, and he clears his throat. Alright, I'll be right out, he tells Fritz, turning to Charlie. He offers her a smile, despite clearly being out of his element with this. Hey, I'll be right back, okay? This is important. Once Charlie nods in understanding, Henry walks out with Fritz, the door closing behind them. Charlie looks back at the animatronic endoskeleton, still powered off. She walks over to the control monitor, and she powers it back on. The eyes light up once more, and that music plays again. That soothing, relaxing tone. Grabbing the mask from the counter, Charlie looks up at the animatronic, motionless for now. At least, looking at the monitor, she can see herself through the animatronic's eyes. She can't help but wonder, why did her dad need to make this thing? It's neat, but why? The security features.